access to Justice Advocacy Center, legal department, and our enable viewers all across the globe. My name is Kemisola Olajibu, reporting from Human Rights Office Defender Ikeja. Before this morning is the news about Seun Kuti, who turned pastor himself. Here is the news in full. Seun Kuti, the embattled Afrobeat singer and son of Afrobeat legend Fela Kuti, is being reminded at the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department (SCID) Panti, Yaba, Lagos, on the order of the Chief Magistrate Court for assaulting a police officer and being crowned the General Overseer of his cell by the inmate. A copy of the Holy Bible was said to have been handed over to him as an instrument of his office. His appointment as the GO was informed and was, however, not without some drama after the inmates initially rejected him. In a video that went viral, Seun was accused of slapping a police officer on the Third Mainland Bridge on May 13, which prompted his order of arrest by the Inspector General of Police, Akali Baba. Seun, however, submitted himself to the police, accompanied by his lawyers, on Monday and was arraigned at a Sabo Yaba Chief Magistrate Court on Tuesday, which ordered his remand. Saturday Vanguard gathered that after preliminary interrogation were concluded, Seun was taken to the cell to join the suspected criminals. It was learned that his first shocker was the hoarse, the deep baritone voice of the leader of the inmates, who directed him to to keep standing. A few minutes later, a crisis erupted inside the cell as the inmates were said to have rejected him. The inmates were banging on the mental protective door, asking that Seun should be taken out of the cell. Sources gathered that as the uproar by the inmates escalated, Seun started negotiating for peace to reign. That was when the notice that was when he noticed that the commotion his presence caused and his rejection by the inmates attracted little or no attention from the police guard. At the stage, he reported promise to dole out 25,000 naira to them, and he was directed to produce it without delay. He had to beg for the phone to call his wife, who quickly brought the money, which was handed over to their leader. The inmates subsequently accepted him and provided a space for him to sit down. Vanguard also gathers that Seun was so infuriated by the ugly development that played out that he refused to eat the food provided for him, including the food brought to him by his wife. The hunger strike continued for almost a day and a half when he finally started eating. The climax of the drama was that the inmates later crowned him the general overseer of the cell, and a Bible was handed over to him. That means that he is presently leading the inmates in prayer section whenever the need arises, which they would all chorus go, Daddy Gio. When Vanguard newspaper visited the department at Spanti around 2:30 p.m. yesterday, Seun was seen clutching the Bible tightly with his left hand while climbing the stairs leading to the office of the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the case, named Wahid Aguilara. He was later led down the stairs back into the cell. Sources say that who Sources said that those who have visited the embattled singer included his older brother, Femi, and other family members, as well as his lawyer and some friends. The police have described as untrue insinuation by Seun's defense counsel that he was paraded and urging him to desist from engaging in media trial and allow the judicial process to take its full course. The clarification, according to the police, became imperative following what was described as a misinterpretation of facts in the matter of at hand being circulated in social media. A statement by the a statement by the head of chambers for the Nigerian police, DCP Simon Lowe, SAN, said Seun Kuti was not paraded as erroneously alleged by his lawyers. It was his photograph, fingerprints, name, and address that were taken as provided for in the law. It has become imperative to correct some misinterpretation being circulated on social media solely to gather sympathy from the public and to divert attention from the facts issue. First of all, there is no use of handcuffs to restrain a suspect, especially a suspect that has shown a tendency to violence. Secondly, Section 10 of Fall of Administration of Criminal Justice Law of Lagos State allow the taking of photograph of suspects arrested and recorded on purpose. Meanwhile, the Chief Magistrate Court Sabo Yaba has granted an application for an extension of Seun Kuti's remand for additional 4 days for further investigation into the case. The Chief Magistrate, Mrs. Adiola Olatuboso, extended Kuti's remand until May 22, following an application moved by Mr. Simon SAN, who led the police legal team to the court. This is Citizens Concern News. You can join us for more of these on Access to Justice TV. I remain Oluwakemi Sola Oladipo reporting from Human Rights Defender Office Ikeja. Thank you.